Yay, what do I get? Where's my prize? Hey fam, what's up, what's up, what's up? This is Robert Anton here, robertantonnyc.com, coming to you with your no-frills American Idol commentary from a singer. Yes sir, we are to the top 7, let me tell you, and I think tonight might have been the best night so far. What did you think? Tell me down in the comments. I'm gonna get started, tell you what happened. We started the show out saying goodbye to Malaya and then having the remaining idols meet some fans and sign autographs, and Ryan said they had some surprises tonight. What could they be? The theme of the night was competitors pick, and the idols got to pick songs for each other. Now it wasn't the time for sabotage or anything like that. Randy went around and asked each idol what songs they would choose for the other people, and then he made a little list and they got to choose from the list which song they wanted to do. So you know, somebody did try to throw something in there like, I know you can't do this, then they didn't have to choose it, right? Okay, so there we go. We also got 5 fun facts from each contestant. Can you say that 5 times fast? 5 fun facts, 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 5 fun facts. Okay, let's get into what happened. Caleb Johnson started out the night. He did Family Tree by Kings of Leon, and this was Alex's choice. And every rock song seems to be made for Caleb. Or is it that he makes them his own? I think it might be he just makes them his own. He was carrying around the mic stand like a seasoned pro and really had me in the groove by the time he hit the chorus. Keith called him a consistent, dynamic performer. J-Lo said it's dangerous to put him first in the lineup. Harry said he liked the way he changed the melody up and he did his own thing with it. Jessica Meuse was up next. She did Gunpowder and Led by Miranda Lambert, and that was Sam's choice. And I like that she was out from behind the guitar and the mic stand to start. She really needs to work on her stage presence, and that's the only way to do it. She has to do it in front of the public right now, so she's got to do it. They kind of rocked this out and gave her a wind machine with the hair flying and all that. Her voice sounded better on the higher parts of the song as the lower parts got a little lost under the instrumentation. I actually loved when most of it dropped out and it was just her singing, like kind of with the rhythm going. This is how I like to hear her though, with a lot of edge, and she could have even brought more of that. J-Lo said she was off a little in the verses and she seemed a little uncomfortable. Harry told her there's a lack of rhythmic delivery in her performance. And why was he so hoarse today? Keith said his attention was drawn to many places on this, basically saying that there was so much going on that she wasn't drawing the focus. But what I believe again is she's not really used to being from behind the mic stand. She used to being on stage by herself, just her and the guitar without a lot of whole stuff going on. So she really hasn't developed that stage persona that she needs to really draw that focus in. And then Ryan introduced Demi Lovato and brought her out on stage. He said they were hanging out backstage, and she said she's headed out for the South American leg of her Neon Lights tour. And this is Robert Anton. Do you guys know who I am? If you don't know me, make sure to check me out more on the YouTubes over here. Please, but also thumb this up and let me know that you are watching the commentary, that you are enjoying it. It also lets other people know that you're enjoying it and that we are watching and discussing Idol. I thank you guys so much for your thumbs, and I appreciate you so much. So we got a duet tonight from Sam, Woolf, and Alex Preston. Again, they did Let Her Go by Passenger, and they gave them a couch set and just let them sit there and do their thing. Sam, get your feet off that couch. I really wanted to say that. His first verse, he was kind of diffused and here and there, and when you got to Alex and he did his, he was just very much just watching the difference though between the focus of Sam when he got his little cameo right up in and he was doing this, in just the stage persona, one that is already there and one that's striving to get there. I thought it was a nice arrangement too. Harry said it was okay but a bit saccharine. Keith said it was cute and cutesy. Demi told them it had good energy and she would have liked to see something more exciting. So we got a 4th judge up on the panel now, right? She was chilling out in the lounge with Randy Jackson, and Ryan kept going to her to ask her what she thought. Then Terry Bradshaw appeared behind the judges table and said he liked the song. CJ Harris was up next. He did Gravity by John Mayer. That was Caleb's choice, and this was a good look for CJ. Really was a nice blues rhythm to give him a chance to get into his sweet personal delivery. It felt like he was really feeling the lyrics, and his voice sounded about as good as it sounded to me since the live shows had begun. But them faces though. He even had J-Lo mean mugging at one point, and then when she saw the camera was on her, she like kind of lightened it up. Yeah, she was locking him like, just doing it. Keith said it was a good performance, but asked him for more of a crescendo because at one point he just jumped up and he was saying you need to build it more. J-Lo said he has to start looking for moments that are going to lift the crowd. Harry said he has the greatest ability to connect to an audience and called it his best performance to date. Then Dexter Roberts did Muckalee Creek Water by Bryan, and this was CJ's choice. And I don't know this song, but it seemed to be a good fit for Dexter's voice from the beginning. Kind of anthemic with a lot of intensity. I lost quite a few words because I didn't know it, and and he wasn't really over enunciating for this, but I was loving the red lights and the steel guitar, and Dexter's voice sounded solid and grounded, and the acapella end was a welcome addition. I really liked just hearing his voice on the song without everything all around it. Keith told him not to let the adrenaline pull him out of the key. J-Lo said this showed us a different side of him. Harry noticed the changes that were made in the arrangement, but said he didn't do anything different from the original vocal. Then Caleb and Ryan duetted, and all the judges stood for them. It was kind of a little comedy bit. You have to watch it to figure it out, because it was cute. Caleb Johnson and Gina Irene then did a duet on Gimme Shelter by the Rolling Stones, and they seem to have such a good time together, and it translates when they're on stage together. They have chemistry and seem to enjoy doing some of the same type of music, so I don't know what was going on with their first harmony, but it felt like there must have been more background singers on it, and it proved to be true later on. I just would have preferred to hear the two of them and their harmony, the things that were going on between them. By the end, they were wailing away together, and they did a little thing going down together. It was really cute, and really intense, and I really enjoyed it. J-Lo said that was a moment at the end. Harry said it was really cool. Keith said everybody feels a little stiff tonight. He was talking about them too. He said everybody feels a little stiff and they really need to let loose, you know, and have fun. Demi Lovato said they killed it and it was so awesome, and asked Jena to sing with her. She was like, I know you want to sing with Paramore, but why don't you want to sing with me? Alex Preston was up next. He did 18 by Ed Sheeran, and this was Dexter's choice. And he was pacing away, you know, doing the way he does his little marching thing, and the backgrounds were moving, so it kind of looked like he was moving along with them. So that was pretty good. I guess they figured something out to make it look a little better. His voice sounded great on this as usual, and it perfectly fit his style for me. I kind of like to see him come from behind the mic and his instrument, but I guess if something's working, you don't want to change it too much. And he did give us a lot of movement going on behind the stand. He does his thing. I don't know, I just like to see him drop it, you know, and just do something just a little out of his comfort zone. J-Lo said it was a perfect song for him. Harry said there's great beauty in smaller performances, and said his was his favorite of the night so far. Keith called him natural with his own signature things. Sam Woolf was up next. He did Sail Away by David Gray, and this was Jessica's choice. And I just want to close my eyes and listen when Sam starts singing. He has such a wonderful tone and richness to his voice, and it doesn't quite translate when I'm looking at him. It just doesn't, right? Okay. For me, it's like his performance level just isn't up to like what his voice sounds like yet. He's gotten great at working the camera though, and he had a little moves going on behind the mic stand tonight. He also seemed to be singing to someone in the audience when he got to the intense part near the end of the song, and I thought that was very nice. Very good work from you, Sam. Harry called him a work in progress, but wasn't crazy about the song choice because he said some people might not know the song. Keith said his progress is really good. J-Lo said she saw him doing more from the monitor than from watching him up on stage. Then we got a trio from Jessica Meuse, Dexter Roberts, and CJ Harris. They called themselves Alabama Power, and they did Compass by Lady Antebellum. And I was liking Dexter and Jess when they started singing in the beginning, but CJ came in and it was a little off, right? Their three-part harmony sounded okay to me though, and it sounded really tight when the music dropped out though. When it dropped out, their harmony along with the background singer sounded really good. Harry said it just wasn't good, and he called it out of tune and flat, but said the harmonies at the end were good. Keith said the singing together wasn't great, but the song fit the guys' voices nice, and called them a shish kebab. Demi Lovato said Jess has a beautiful voice and she liked them all individually, but just said it didn't really work together. And I wrote on Twitter, Alabama Power will be disbanded effective immediately, if not sooner. I crack me up sometimes, right? Oh, last up for the night we had Gina Irene. She did Creep by Radiohead, and this was Caleb's choice. And Ryan announced that Gina charted on the iTunes charts last week. She started at the piano, and it was just her and the piano, nothing else, and sounded amazing. Then the rest of the band kicked in and lifted it like to another level. It was even better. This is another song I feel it really gave her time and space to put her sound into full effect. Those big rounded tones and that special pronunciation that she has. It was all there. It felt good. It sounded good. It looked good. She finished the song out with just piano again to great emotional effect. Keith and J-Lo stood for her. Harry didn't. And Keith said he loves her fearlessness and how she owned the song. J-Lo said she Genifies every song that she does. Harry called her a phenomenal talent and said she sings with great humility and intrigue, and said it's unquestionably the best of the night. What did you think? Tell me down in the comments who you thought was the best of the night. Did you agree with the judges? Did you agree with me? Did you agree with nobody at all? Did you agree with yourself? This is Robert Anton, robertantonnyc.com. I will see you tomorrow night, 9 p.m. for the elimination show. Peace.